Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Let's Play Grav. This is an early access alpha game, just want to say that right away. And I had another series which I'm going to probably hide, and this is going to be my new and final beginning of this series for this alpha 6.1, I believe we're in the patch, and soon to be alpha 7.0. And we're starting on a brand new world. I wanted to show you, the procedural generation is quite different. Though this world looks quite similar, there is quite a lot of different looking worlds. I do like this as a first world to start off at. Because now I know a lot more about the game, I thought it would be better to show you the beginning of the game without being a little bit derpy. So when you first start out, I think the best thing to do is go around, harvest, and kill things like this inflicted slime. And you see that countdown? Run away. It's going to do an AoE. You can go in and finish your moves. There you go. You might be able to kill them in time, but you saw it took 2 strikes to take them out there, so I could have died during that time. But you just go in and... oh! Run back so you don't get hit by that. Go in. There we go. So we just leveled up. When you level up, you'll actually do a bit more damage with your weapon. It basically gives you a boost, I think, to, let's just say, your strength, your HP. Wow. I think I might have crit there. I don't think you're supposed to one-shot that fast, but he may have already had some kind of damage from before. Yeah, you can see here it's a bit more normal. There we go. We're able to get before the countdown. Now we're level 2. And it just gets progressive over time. Now, please note, though, you're getting 70 EXP here, and we're getting less and less EXP, as well as it takes more EXP to level as well. And I got a blueprint there. That's a blueprint. Blueprint of health stim. It's hard to see them, but you can actually see all your blueprints in the game, and I'll show you that right now. If you hit your I key, you can go to blueprints and see all the ones you've ever gotten. So health stim is the only blueprint we have. Basically, this game is entirely driven by blueprints. Crafting, building, and getting blueprints and making better weapons is pretty much what this game's about. You can't do anything without getting better blueprints, and, well, I mean, you can still do a lot. I mean, even with this weapon, you can see I'm doing more damage over time, but it'll get to the point where it'll scale so high that you wouldn't be able to kill normal things without getting better weapons, armor, jetpacks. There's this, I think it's called a monocycle, which is like a vehicle. Better tools. The tools do progressively get better. If you upgrade your tool from... this is your tool, by the way. I should show you. Hello, tool. If you go around, you can, for example, cut down this tree. And this is your next biggest task starting off. So we're going to have to cut like millions of trees down over time. They will regrow. You don't have to worry about that. If your server resets right away, they'll regrow. I don't know if that's going to be something that'll ever change, but... they're thinking of putting a config in. I talked to the developers on a suggestion on that, and so they're highly considering putting a config into the game where it'll actually let you configure the time the trees would respawn over time. So you got your wood, and you got all these other little things too. They drop off there. You probably saw 1 or 2. They were like acorns, things like that. So if we go to resources, was it under resources? Materials, here we go. You can see we got slime glue, slime tongue, life essence. We got a worn acorn, a pristine acorn. Those were from the trees. So these are little things that are a little more expensive and rare that you would get from harvesting from a tree, which is good because you'll need these for rare and more expensive recipes later on, which is very, very important. I guess the next thing you want to do once you start harvesting quite a bit, here's some more, by the way. There's pretty much 3, I think, of the main things you want to always harvesting. Your ore, your wood, and then your bones. They're not called bones, by the way. There you go, fossils. And those 3 are pretty much one of your main base ingredients that you'll tend to use over and over and over. And then there's one more that I guess is pretty big. I mean, there's a lot of resources in between, like slime goo might be used for something, etc., which is elemental X, which you can find all over the map, but you need an actual special machine. We don't have the blueprint, of course, yet for. That's going to just have to wait till we get a rare drop off of a lower level mob. Or if you see boss mobs are usually mobs that are bigger looking and they glow. They have more of a unique name. So Billy Bob, for example, even though I don't think there is one called Billy Bob, but there might be now. Here's the Elemental X. So normally what you would do is go to your build menu, placeable. I believe it's under placeable. There would be a refinery or something in that area. Harvester, I think it's called. And you would place that here and it would harvest it. Usually I think the veins give you about 100, but somebody said they can give you up to 300, so up and down from those numbers. So the world is huge, honestly. There's one massive island, and then there's a second sister island that's as massive, and sometimes completely different looking. In fact, ooh, we might be on... No, this is the same island. Oh, wow. So that I thought that might have been that island, but this is the same map. So everything you see out in the distance, this is just part of the shoreline that's wrapping around this lake. It's this big. It's humongous. It's amazing looking. Actually, I don't think I've ever seen one this really beautiful. This has like a really big bay towards it. That is so cool. So it gives you an idea how big the world is. So these guys look big, but they're not. They're just medium-sized mobs. You can tell by their name. Infected slime, etc. I thought I saw a larger slime here, but he was probably just a normal one. I was just probably a little blind. You can see the mobs go up in level a bit. Oh, this one is actually, here's a rare. This slime is considered a rare. Now, this slime at my level would probably kick my ass. But this thing would drop... Ow. This thing would drop a really good blueprint. But look how little damage I do. I might as well just... He's gonna kill me. I might as well not even try, because he will own me. Whoa! He shot at me. He should lose aggro. Yep, he's done. So that is what we call a boss mob. Oh, maybe he isn't done. And the boss mob there would have a high chance of dropping blueprints for me. He'd probably drop about maybe... Well, not always, but I would assume he would probably drop 4 for the first time of attacking him. Is that an aggressive? Yeah, there's an aggressive. You gotta be careful he's aggressive. But it gives you an idea anyways. And then on top of all this, there's dungeons, and it's just amazing. And this world is beautiful. This is the most beautiful world I've seen so far. I really like this one. Wow, I think I did awesome on this one. And I've randomly generated worlds, like a couple dozen, and I just gave up. I said, you know what, I can't find a good world, I'm not going to bother anymore doing it. And this was the world we started with, which was way better than I could have ever expected. If I saw this when I was trying to randomly generate one, it would have been awesome. So, now that we understand the harvesting, basically now you have your different things that you want to craft. The first 2 things I would say you want to definitely craft usually is an armory and a factory. The factory isn't too bad to craft, does well. You can see it's a little expensive though, so we're gonna have to work on that. This one will take some fossils, ores, and gems. I think the gems might be a rare drop from ores. I'm not 100% sure on that, but as you can see, it's gonna be a little more expensive. So the best place to start one of these up is probably where you want to spend most of your time. And I'm thinking, because this is a 1 to 2 area, this will probably be a perfect place. And then you're going to want to build an uplink. An uplink is so you can actually... Ooh, that's a badass over there. An uplink is so you can actually come back, and if you die, you would teleport there, or if you log in and out, that's roughly where you are when you start the game. So it's good to have an uplink nearby as well. So I'm thinking, I'm thinking of putting it somewhere around here. It's a bit messy here, but it's a good area anyways. And it's not a big deal. You can rebuild all this again anyways. They're pretty low resources to start with, so it's not like a big deal if you don't like the place. There is no pickup mechanic, at least at this point, so it's not like you can just pick up your machines. You could destroy them, but the effort and time taken into that, you could harvest the materials back very fast. I'm a little lost now, to be honest. What level are these guys? I'm still in the build menu, aren't I? Oh, level 2 and stuff. Okay. You know what? Let's go back over here. This is kind of where I think we originally started. And this is part of the game. You explore, get lost, explore, get lost more. Infected slime, yeah. Let's do it in here. So I'll do it in the open. Normally if you build around trees and stuff, they don't grow back. Oh yeah, here's my trees. They'll even say I harvest them. And they usually don't grow back, but there is a bit of a bug right now where sometimes they will grow in your side of your house. Like if you're supposed to build a house here, the tree shouldn't build in your house, but there's sometimes a bug that they do anyways, so keep that in mind for now. That's not supposed to happen, and it won't down the road. So let's go ahead and build our armory, because that is probably the most important thing we'll have. You can hit E, or you could click the bottom right to build. So here it is. The first thing we can make is a Mark II. We can't make it right now, we don't have the tools, but the first big thing we can make is a fossil block. We need a fossil block and a wood plank. Unfortunately, both of these can be made by fossils and the wood, but you need to build your factory, which our factory, lots of gems, lots of ores, and lots of fossils. Actually, the fossils and ores not much, but the gems are going to be kind of hard to get. So that's going to take us time, unfortunately. Oh, look at that. You can build a sign, a little arrow. I would suggest using these in dungeons. If you get lost, you can find your way out. And the next big one we should probably work on, and actually maybe that's not a bad one, is your uplink. So you spawn where the uplink is after if you initialize it. Also, if you don't want other people using your machines, and it's not bad to have these public, but if you want them private, you can go here and you can go to private. FOF means group. So my friend Chris is going to be playing. I might end up setting that all to FOF later on, and it should mean that only FOF members can use it, but it's still kind of like private in that sense. So yeah, so now basically we're gonna just go around and harvest. So here's more of that elemental X, and go around killing things, harvest, etc. Oh, actually, I lied to you. I said there was 3 main resources. Gems are from these. I forgot about that. Haha, I lied to you guys. This is actually easier than I remembered. So there's 4 main resources. Gems. Completely forgot about that. I do apologize. Oh, there's a crate over here. It's probably a little too high level for us, but we are level 2, so we're probably getting the ability to get it. So we'll grab it now. These crates are spread around the world. They have a crap ton of good resources to start with, and honestly, they're worth trying to level up and get them, even if you can't at that time, or keep an eye on it, because they do offer a good amount of, like, just for later on, it's a good amount of resources in there. It's definitely worth it. Just put it that way. So there you go. So later on, your multi-tool, that's what we're using here, is going to get a little more powerful when you level it up, as well as in the future, it's going to be repairing tool as well. I think you can right-click things and repair. So we can actually, oh no, we can't. We're slightly off. Damn it. We could try to fight this guy. He's level 3 though, so it's going to be harder to fight. So we can go in and out, try to, you know, you can actually try to dodge him running in and out like that, which works, as you can see. You got to be kind of quick at it, but you'll get there. Yeah. Well, I can't kill the dog if it runs away. These are pretty easier guys to fight, only because they tend to back and forth. Like, they don't fight right away, but when they do fight, they hit hard. Like, look at it, he's running. Damn puppy. Basically, it's a bug dog. It's a dog, but a bug, and you're basically killing a puppy. So you can see, yes, there is day and night cycles. Oh, darn it. Here it comes. There we go. And you, sir. Oh, see, he's gonna try to attack there. Ow! You can see they have a good bite when you're not dodging too much. I kind of slacked off there just to see what would happen, and oh, we leveled up. There we go. So, if we look for that crate, which I've actually just lost recently. I think I just saw it again. There it is. So, if we go into our inventory, you can see at the top right our normal resources, so they're not too bad. those are going to go up, plus some random other rare resources. Actually, if we go here in materials, keep an eye on these materials. Those will probably go up quite a bit. Resources and materials. And you could drag and run away from these. There's some reports that you get more materials when you run away. We don't know if it's a bug because you're not getting all of the materials that you're normally supposed to get, or if it's a bug that you're getting more than you should get. But I hear if you run away like this, you'll get some more resources sometimes. I don't know if it's true or not, but just a little tip right now that might not exist for long. So you can see we got a lot more gems, ores, wood, food. Some elemental X actually comes in those as well. And then our materials themselves, they get quite a nice amount in there as well. So this will just help us get started a little more and let us build more things, which is exactly what we want to do. And we'll be able to maybe even make our club this episode. We'll have to see. Though it usually requires quite a bit of wood, so that might take a little longer, but doesn't mean we can try. These are Night Stalkers. They are badasses. I think they come usually at night, but you can fight them. There's even Day Stalkers, I believe they're called, but... So you see how it might be giving you a little seasickness of me fighting here? This is the best method of fighting, as I found. So there you go. So I'm sadly trying to find where we were building. And this, my friends, is one of the downsides of getting lost. Dun 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 dun. Well, we know there was slimes in the area, so... Though they might not be spawning this time of night. No, we're lost, guys. We're lost. It's nice how you can see all the elemental X glow at night, though. You can see there's insane amount of it at night. Oh, we found it. So we were actually a little further than I thought we were. Well, this is a new little bug for us. Aggressive. They must have spawned at night. And if you ever spawn in a tree, and it does happen, just go ahead and just go ahead and take out your multi-tool, and you should be able to cut the tree. And after it's despawned, it might take a second or two. You'll get out of it. Just a little tip, if in case that happens to you. So the next thing we're gonna make is, I guess we can make the factory now, since it's pretty damn cheap for us. After all that, and then we want to build our uplink, which will let us spawn here at any time. There you go. And you can go to the uplink and say, there you go, and it's bound to us, so we're good. And our little machine here, we'll just set it to private as well. Now we gotta be careful because they're hostile mobs. I don't think they usually go around destroying your stuff. But if they want to go for you, they will destroy anything in the world just to taste your blood. But honestly, they will do anything in their power to hunt you down and take you out. So let's check the armory now. Oops, yeah, so we're going to go to weapons. I would say the first thing you would want is a rotten club. So we need more fossil blocks and wood planks. So fossil blocks, we need 2 more. Well, this little machine here can actually do that for us. So if we go to materials, you can see fossil blocks, and only use 10 fossils to make 1 block. So 1, 2, and then we wanted wood planks, which we needed like quite a bit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think. I might have done too many, not enough. I'm not sure. We'll find out here. Ah, 1 too many. No big deal. So there you go. And now we have a bit of a better weapon. There you go. A bit of a better weapon. And we do 100 damage a hit on that. Let's see if we can find an infected slime. So it should be about the same damage. I'm going to switch back to our old weapon just to compare the difference. So 81 damage. They go up and down by maybe 5 or so damage. So basically I got maybe a good 20%. Oh, this thing blows up. It's the creepers of this game. Don't even try to kill it before it blows up because it will still explode. Basically, you just run from them. They are literally the creeper of this game. So here's another one. 75, 80, 84. So yeah, you can see it's, you know, about 20% better. So what we can do now, because we have this new weapon, is we can go here. Sometimes you gotta click them twice. Sometimes if you can't get them on the hotbar, it's because it's not truly selected. It's a bit of a derp to the UI. And there you go. And now every time we'll have it. So I guess, sadly, one thing I should teach you guys, and maybe I'll just kill a bunch of these and I'll teach it while I die here over time, is that we gotta learn about death. When you die, you need to know what happens. Because I want this to be a little bit of a everything kind of guide, you know. Unless there's no mobs that want to challenge me, then I just guess I won't be showing that. Let's see what else we have out here. Oh, here's some more stuff down here. Infected aggressive flying bug. Oh, I will take you out, sunshine. Ow. There we go. Good way to just go around leveling and kill stuff while we try to prove a demonstration of death. Though some of the mobs will over time give you a bit of health, so keep that in mind. Oh, no, we're not going to play for your little silly games. When those explode, they sound like they're chasing you still while they're exploding. They don't really do that. They stop, but the sound of them moving keeps going on, so keep that in mind that it is a bit, sounds like they are chasing you, but most likely if they're already on their prime state, they're not chasing you anymore. So you guys are probably wondering, so what do you do besides this in the game? Well, honestly, this is what you do. If you play on a PvP server, you can kill each other, raid each other's bases, etc. If you're playing on a PvE server, well, this is PvE. A lot more people like it. Ow. We stayed in the radius. But if you're playing a PvE server, it's the same thing as a PvP, honestly, except going against players, you just focus more on the AI and building, etc. The idea is to unlock blueprints, kill the mobs, mainly bosses, and unlock new blueprints over time. And then build better weapons, progress better, get, you know, your survival skills up there, kick ass, and become, you know, He-Man or She-Man, if that's what you want to be. And then over time, you'll become stronger and better. And then they're going to come out with an update, which heck could be a week from now or even less, or it could be a little longer. I'm not sure, but it is very close, which is called the Stargate one, which you will be able to travel to distant planets and moons near your planet. So the ones that we see always floating around us will actually be able to go. You see one there, there. There's like, right here in this image, you can see 4 bodies. Oh, there you go, 4 bodies. There's one up there, there. There's a little one there, there's one there. But they surround the planet either way, and you'll be able to take the actual stargates themselves and actually get to those planets, which will provide a whole new amount of exploration, content, newer mobs, things like that. And I think I just got a blueprint. Yeah, run from it, run! Oh, I didn't get to see what it was, though. That's fine. We can go I, blueprints. So we got an invis stem, which is a good thing. I mean, you might as well collect those over time. They are going to be more useful later on. But for lower levels, I don't really craft them just because I think they're too expensive. But, yeah, we never died, did we? I need to die. Killed me. But, yeah, I enjoy just grinding off mobs. I could do this for hours and hours at a time, literally. I find it a very enjoyable, pleasing thing. Harvesting, mining, it doesn't matter what I'm doing. I enjoy it. I probably have a stim on me. Yes, I do. So this is a speed stim. I just wasted one. It's your shift button that you can use that. There's a heal one that I can use H. I don't want to do that in case I do have one, but you can check your inventory to see if you have what stims. So I have actually 12 health stims, 7 invis stems, and 8 speed stems. The reason I have so many is because I've been killing these bugs and stuff, and they actually give you quite an amount. This stuff is actually worth having a base nearby just to randomly run by and kill them. because you gather more stims over time, which is kind of very useful. So I can see later on endgame when you have like a high-powered rifle, just literally go into an advantage spot and snipe them all, and then gather their materials and stuff, which would be probably a badass way of doing it. But yeah. Okay, you know what? We're not having much luck on this. It's like I picked the perfect friendly world that there's... Oh, here we go. There we go. We'll fight this guy. Hello, boss. So you'll find bosses usually spawn in the same spot always. So this guy is here. He was in this area last time. He's probably not even the same one we fought before. But I found that bosses do tend to respawn roughly in the same location all the time. So you can actually farm them over time. And there we go. We died. That's what we call a backpack. It is an orb. In the 7.0 update, it's going to be... you just click any button, by the way, to continue. In the 7.0 update, it's going to be like an orange. And these orbs could be seen very stupidly far. You can see a bright shining light right ahead of us. That is actually our orb. So when you die, you lose a bunch of items. You don't lose all your items, but you lose a crap ton of them. And so over time, you can actually skill up to prevent losing them. If you hit your K key, there's player skills, and you can go to item drop reduction and resource drop reduction. Now, I've played around and tested these. I don't know much about the item one, but the resource reduction, when I pumped in 7, this was during testing, by the way, just to let you know. When I pumped into the max of 7 levels, I believe it reduced half of my items from dropping. So this game is hardcore when you die. But one of the nice things about this game is, ooh, we just leveled up, is that when you do drop stuff, you have a bag lock timer on your bag. I can't tell you how much it is per se, because it's been up and down. Oh, look, it tells you the Squealer's Ejecta. Yummy. I can't tell you for sure, but what I've found, and look at that, the hotbars get fixed again with the club, and it even arms the club for us and everything, so it's kind of handy. So I can't say for sure, but I think the timer is about 1 hour, maybe 30 minutes, but if you go to K, you can actually increase the lock timer, but it requires 1,000 of that Elemental X, and that's that stuff that we'll eventually harvest once we have harvesters, and which is really important to us. So now that we're level 4, let's see how much EXP one of these guys give us. Oh, that slime's aggressive. Stay away. There we go. 166, and we got a blueprint. Yeah. Today's blueprint is brought to you by Multi-Tool Mark III, it looks like. That's a good thing. I probably won't make that one right away because I noticed almost next to no difference in the speeds last time I was playing around. But it will be good for later on, you know, when I want to make it, or, you know, just my way of collecting blueprints anyways. So if we check our inventory, it almost looked like we got more than one, but no, we got maybe 2 of them or something. So Multi-Tool Mark III, nice. So you could see fighting these give you quite a bit of EXP, fighting like ones higher level you or around your level. But if you fight things under your level, oh, be in a world of pain, because you'll get really little EXP. These guys seem like a really good one to fight with. You can see your damage will also reduce though, so 50 damage. This one's hard because he's a medium and they get hard. 208. Oh, and another blueprint. You gotta be kidding me. This is just luck. I think it said multi-tool again. Let's see. Yeah, it was just another multi-tool. So you could probably tell those guys probably drop them quite often. I find that certain mobs drop certain blueprints, and now some of it seems to be random. Sometimes it doesn't. It seems like, I don't know if it's a chance of dropping one type a lot or something like that, but I do notice that that happens over time. But yeah, so we'll continue next time. We're just going to keep harvesting, killing things, you know, gathering more blueprints, and then slowly building up our arsenal. Unfortunately, with this game, it is quite the harvesting game, going around killing, and that's what I enjoy about it. So if you're not into this kind of stuff, I will admit you might not be really into this game. It is also quite a co-op game. I do suggest if you're going to play with friends. I do prefer to play alone. I've always been that kind of gamer myself. I like to challenge myself in a way. But it's definitely a game if you had 2 or 3 friends playing, you guys could all be harvesting stuff, and even if one friend got the blueprint, then he can make the the items for everyone else in the group, things like that. So think of it as that anyways. But yeah, I think we did pretty good for our first episode here, and we got a whole crap load of good stuff started, which is good. This is what we're going to want and need, and we'll continue next time. So please don't forget to subscribe, comment, like if you like to play with us on our server. Check the link in the description, and we'll see you next time.